let's do it.
I'll let him talk. How he get in this internship position? What is it like working at Tesla as in the marketing department as an intern?
My official title is social media intern.
How many interns in marketing?
Our department only has 3. That's pretty small because Tesla, I think, has nearly 500 interns.
Okay. That's why our interview is very special. Elon himself, it's a social marketing powerhouse, right? Having a boss like that, how do you guys work with that? Hi everyone, this is Flora and this is my video series, What Do You Do As? And today I have Clayton with me. He is currently a marketing intern at Tesla.
My official title is social media intern.
Clayton has a really interesting story in terms of looking for his job.
It's not that interesting.
Well, I think it's very interesting because he's from Canada. So how did you find this opening?
So I'm from Vancouver, Canada, and I found this through my university's co-op program. So I'm part of the co-op and internship program at my school. First found the communications intern position, which is a different position. I applied for that, interviewed for that, and then the more I started talking with their team, they kind of shifted me over to the social media and content side, just because that was a little more of my expertise and kind of what I was interested in.
And then I remember you said that there may be some misunderstanding of where you're from with the recruiting team.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah, so when I first did my resume, because this is the only out of country, out of town position I applied for. So I go to a school called Simon Fraser University in Vancouver. And what happened was I put SFU, the acronym, on my resume and didn't think anything of it because all the jobs I apply for when you're in Canada, you know the school. It's pretty common, it's just an acronym. And I think my university recruiters here took that as San Francisco University and not Simon Fraser University. So I think that's kind of some weird fate thing happened and I landed on their desk and they're like, oh, he's local, so we can chat with him and he might be easier to bring here. But then lo and behold, it was just a fluke. I secretly think that's how it happened.
How many interns in the general marketing?
Our department only has 3. That's pretty small because Tesla, I think, has nearly 500 interns.
That's why our interview is very special. So you are, one of the 3 marketing interns. That's gotta be something special for you. What do you think? What are some of the past experience that you had?
So before I was here, I worked at Vancouver Airport Authority, and I was part of their marketing and comms team, their communications team, and that kind of gave me my first real experience of what it's like to do communications work in in a professional setting.
When they talk to you, what are some of the things that they are looking for that you think you match what they are?
Tesla?
Yeah.
Most interns, I think one of the first things you say is just the willingness to learn and try new things and be thrown into something that you might not necessarily be, know how to do, but kind of work on it and figure it out. Also having flexibility to be able to kind of switch between tasks or be able to work on different things and have, be comfortable with that. I think those were kind of key things that helped.
All right, but then you have to show them with some examples, right?
Yeah, for sure. So definitely showing the work I did while I was at YBR, that was a huge help. Also, outside of kind of work, I'm also a freelance photographer. So I'm taking photos and having that kind of portfolio and that experience on my resume definitely goes a long way.
What is it like working at Tesla as in marketing department as an intern?
Yeah, so as a social media intern, it's kind of cliche to say it, but like every day is a little different. Oftentimes a big part of my day is monitoring social media. So seeing what everyone is saying about Tesla online, whether it's good stuff, bad stuff, answering questions people might have, seeing where we can chat with, you know, our users, our customers, our fans. Sometimes it was creating content. So whether that was going to events and taking photos, helping on video shoots, events, like it was a huge mix of things.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's cool because it's nice because a big part of comms and marketing is you get to talk about, you get to showcase, I guess, what other people in your company are doing. Autopilot and cars driving themselves and like, you know, some of the cutting edge, you know, technology and design. You get to help showcase that and show off the cool work they're doing.
Okay. I personally am very interested, for one thing, that you know, Elon himself is a social marketing powerhouse, right? So then, you know, having a boss like that, how do you guys work with that?
As a comms team and marketing team, it's, you know, sometimes whether it's referring back to him or clarifying something or answering other people's questions about what he meant. It's a mix, but, you know, usually we don't control what he says, obviously. Nobody does, but like, you know, it's just working with it and collaborating on that. That's part of one of the reasons I really like his Twitter, honestly. It's because he engages with the people, his fans and his followers, more than the typical CEO would ever do. So he's willing to be funny, he's willing to try and talk to people, respond to people. If someone brings up a good point, he'll make it known that that was a good point and that, you know, hey, that's a good idea, you know, we'll work on that. You know, he's very good at that kind of interaction, which I think is one of the kind of good parts of him being on Twitter so much is, you know, he gets that very close interaction with the people who, you know, the customers and the people who matter to the business.
Cool. Do you have any suggestions to other students if they're very interested in like what you're doing?
Gaining experience goes a long way. So like I said, like when I did freelance photography, it wasn't necessarily, you know, always, you know, well paid or like, you know, like consistent or anything like that, but it's, you know, things you can put on your resume and show, hey, this is me doing this with this, and being able to kind of build that experience over time, no matter, you know, what kind of job or how big or small the place, just giving it a shot and having something to show for it. That goes a long way. So just gaining that experience, no matter where you can find it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
What I learned from this conversation is that don't be afraid to apply to your dream job because you don't know what will happen. But before that, try out different things and build your experience, and that will eventually get you the dream job.